this is Corporal Whitney again with the Tampa Police Department. I just want to let you know that I sent out one of my behavioral health officers with a licensed social worker. She specializes as a clinician in mental health.
Okay.
So she evaluated your mother, and your mother did not meet criteria today for Baker Act.
Yeah, again, that's not that big deal. The question was whether or not my mother understands what's happening. So
yeah, so she did. Do you want me to explain to you what she said is happening?
Well, I know what's happening again. So
no, I know you do. Do you want me to explain to you what she believes is happening?
Well, I know what's happening. So currently,
no, I know you know what's happening, but do you want me to tell you what she believes is happening?
Well, because right now what is not established is whether you know what is happening.
You don't want me to tell you.
No, I want to know whether or not you understand what is happening.
Nope. It doesn't matter whether or not I understand.
Well, it does, because if you don't know what's happening, then how would you be able to compare?
Do you want me to tell you?
Wait a second. So what do you mean? So did you receive a call from my mother this morning?
Do you want me to tell you what the officers
what I want to understand more than anything is, what do you believe is happening? So do you believe that you received a call from my mother this morning? Or do you believe that my mother is sane enough to be able to relay to you what has occurred?
I believe that the officers that went out there are trained in mental health, and I had a trained clinician go and talk to her. She did not meet Baker Act criteria.
Again, I understand that. You're going in circles. What I am asking you is, right now, what is currently happening is they went to evaluate my mother based on the fact that my mother called me this morning. So far, you have not been able to comprehend or demonstrate any ability to know what happened this morning.
That's what I asked you. I asked you if you wanted to know what your mother said. Yes.
I have a voicemail of what my mother said, so I know what happened. What I don't understand is, what is it that you believe happened?
So this is what you need to understand. Don't call the mayor's office anymore. All right.
Again, so the main issue right now is you were asked to perform a mental health evaluation on someone who called me. And again, you're not even able to even comprehend what is happening. You were asked to have a mental health evaluation on someone who called me. Now you're telling me that did you ask the person?
She didn't meet the Baker.
Again, we understand that. The question is whether or not my mother comprehends that what she called me this morning. Does she know that she called me this morning?
Are you ready for me to talk? Or
Yes, I'm asking a question.
Okay. She understands everything that's going on.
What is going on? Again, what is it that she understands?
Are you ready? Do you want me to tell you?
Sure.
You want to keep talking? Okay. So what's going on is you've got a court date coming up. Every time you have a court date coming up, you start to behave in this manner.
Do you understand that my mother contacted me? I have not been in contact with my mother, so you can't evaluate how I've behaved since I haven't been contacted by anyone. I haven't had any communications with anyone other than this morning to report the fact that my mother has contacted me, stating things that are incorrect, that are just illogical, they're irrational. Exactly as you stated previously in your phone call with me, my mother believes that she would be punished for being a witness in court. Now, that is a big question as to why she would believe that she would be punished for being a witness in a case that involves her. That doesn't make sense as to how it is that you concluded that she's completely rational when you haven't even questioned her on her ability to understand what is going on in the court case.
Well, you have the court case that's coming up, and when she gets there, when you get there...
You're making fantasies. My mother, as far as I understand it, this morning contacted me because she believes that she would be punished for being a witness specifically because she is not mentally stable. Again, I have a recording of my mother's voicemail to me this morning. So what you're going off of, I don't know what, and that's what I'm trying to establish. It's fine that she doesn't meet the Baker Act. But what is not fine is that she's contacted me. She's contacted me. Why did she contact me then?
That's all we can do. So.
But again, what do you mean all you can do? What you just stated is that you believe that I am behaving in some odd way because my mother contacted me in ways that are not rational, and I've asked you to perform a mental health evaluation on her. How is that not rational?
And we did.
No, again, I'm asking you to why is it you stated previously you stated that I am somehow behaving in a way of concern to either my mother or you, and I'm asking you to justify why do you believe that?
Your mother stated that. If you listen closely, I said that my officer and the licensed clinician talk to your mother, and that's a statement from your mother.
Yes, I understand that. So do you understand that my mother has not been in contact with me and therefore is not able to evaluate what my behavior may or may not be?
So that's not our role. We are not.
What do you mean it's not your role? How is that not a question about rationality? You're making it seem as if I am calling you for no reason, as if my mother hasn't contacted me. Why are you trying to insist that I have just simply contacted you as if my mother has not displayed any symptoms?
I didn't. If I didn't think that you had something that you wanted me to contact your mother, I would not have sent other people out there.
Okay, then. So then, why are you sending people out there who have no idea why they're going?
I sent people out there to do all they can do is a mental health evaluation.
Again, the question right now is not about a mental health evaluation. It's about whether, again, this is where it's confusing. My mother currently doesn't understand the fact that she contacted me for no reason whatsoever. And you have not for any reason told her not to contact me. You haven't explained any reason, anything. This is very odd. How does this make sense to you?
Sir, we have done all that we can.
No, please explain how it makes sense to you. Explain to me how it makes sense to you that you were contacted about a resident in Tampa who contacted me seeming to have symptoms of unable to understand or comprehend the consequences of her actions. You go, understand that she doesn't qualify for a Baker Act, but you also do not at all clarify whether or not her other behaviors are at the very least appropriate or lawful. Currently, my mother is either setting me up for a crime, because that is what's happening. I have no reason to contact you unless I have not just a belief, but reasons, actual reasons why my mother is displaying symptoms that state that she needs a mental health evaluation immediately. What you are doing, as you stated previously, is not a mental health evaluation. And also is not clear as to how my mother doesn't qualify for a Baker Act when my mother herself has already requested a mental health evaluation and then denied it. And that is a clear qualification for a Baker Act. So could you please explain that to me?
It is not a clear qualification for a Baker Act, not in Florida. Perhaps in California?
No. Again, we're only talking... Again, why are you being condescending? I understand that I am speaking to a fucking Florida officer right now. Very clear. And that's why I'm trying to understand why in Florida is it that you are denying any ability to either communicate to my mother that I, at the very least, believe she has mental health concerns, and if I believe that, it makes no sense for her to contact San Francisco to evaluate me.
So San Francisco came out and evaluated you?
Do you understand that, again, the reason I have contacted the mayor of Tampa many times is because my mother has called many wellness checks here in San Francisco, and they can't do anything about her mental health either. So what is happening is both San Francisco and Tampa police that have contacted my mother now multiple times are playing this game of no one can even tell her to just stop contacting me. How is it that my mother can continuously contact me knowing that it is damaging my health? Again, disregarding the fact that this is damaging my health, and you guys are just laughing about this.
I'm not laughing. You need to go to court.
Again, I understand that. I am trying to figure out why exactly and how is it that my mother's health is not a concern. She's had 2 restraining orders requested against her. 2. And for some reason, your officers are acting as if that's perfectly sane. In order for my mother to have 2 restraining orders issued against her, she had to travel to California. So you're acting as if my mother is perfectly rational and sane when already twice, not even from me, others have had to request restraining orders against my mother because she consistently contacts people in California. And you just can't even tell her to stop doing that? And you think that that doesn't create any kind of problems?
So I'm going to let you go now. You need to contact the court, or when you...
Again, I know I need to contact the court, you stupid fucking cunt. I understand that. I'm trying to fucking figure out what's wrong with you not understanding that I need help in figuring out my mother's mental health. My mother's in Tampa. I'm in fucking San Francisco. Again, it is not about me. It is not about me. It's about the residents of Tampa and their safety. Why is it that you're disregarding that?